Hello everyone, good afternoon, good morning, whether it is morning to you or afternoon. So in today's class we are going to be learning about JavaScript. What is JavaScript and what you can use with JavaScript. So as you know, JavaScript is the main programming language in the web. If you ever want to start learning how to program on the web, you must learn JavaScript, because here JavaScript is the brain, right? It's the brain. So think of, we have HTML, CSS. HTML is like the skeleton, the structure of your website, and then CSS is like the skin, the clothes, something that makes the website look very good. But JavaScript makes the website interactive, like clicking a button, pop up a slide. You can make a slide using CSS, but mainly is JavaScript work. So we are going to be learning about variable, how to declare a variable. Then the three keywords when creating or declaring a variable, and then the naming convention of variable. So right now I'm going to start writing something called var. So I'm going to accept all this. So I have var. I'm also going to be writing something like naming convention here. Naming convention. Okay, let me start explaining about what I wrote here. So I have a var x equal to 5, and I say all school. This / is a way of writing comment in JavaScript, right? Is a way of writing comment. Comment is something that you read and that you write for you to your code to be explainable, right? So comment is going to explain your code. For example, right now that I put here, what this line of code means. And also every line of code is what you call a statement. So every line of code is a statement because it's end with semicolon. So is it x equal to 5? Here I'm storing a variable. Think of variable like a container. So it's like naming a container. You have a container or like a box. If you want to store something inside the box, you name the box, and then you store what you want to store inside it. Later when you want to use it, and then you just pull it out and use it. So we have let. Let is another keyword when declaring a variable. And I say let y equal to 7, and I put semicolon, and I say more than if you want to reassign. What I mean by reassign is that, for example, right now I can decide to say y equal to 8, for example. Y is equal to 8. So here I reassign it, right? I reassign it. Reassigning, of course, I reassign it. So now the next value, or the new value of y, is going to be 8, not 7. But if I try to for example, let's say z equal to something, for example, I will say z equal to 10. I have to put my semicolon to avoid some errors, so I'll say dash. This is going to print an error because it's not going to allow me to reassign, because I use const. Const means for constant. So it's an error assignment to constant variable. So this is going to print an error. Of course it's going to print an error. So that's that. So I'm not going to talk about this. All this set is right, it's giving me some suggestion. I'm not going to write them. So it's not allowed. So don't do that. It's actually not allowed. So this is the naming convention. Variable name can contain letters, digit, underscore, and $sign. You can decide to put them all in. So they must begin with letter or underscore or a $sign. They are case sensitive. What I mean by case sensitive is small letter y and capital letter y are different variables, so cannot be reserved keyword. Like let's const var function. So you cannot start creating a variable with, like, let's say for example you want to start creating variable like you say okay, let's say var. This is going to print an error because I use a keyword. This is a reserved keyword. You cannot use a reserved keyword, so that is that. So you can't use this to create variable. Some keyword reserved keyword like let const var and then function, there are a lot of that. So as soon as you write them, they are going to say okay, there's an error, I'm not going to be using this. So I'm going to comment also this thing, and Ctrl Z. So I'm also going to delete this. So this is it. So these are the some like rules when declaring or creating a variable. So these are some rules. So moving on, I have a console.log. Console.log, use console.log if you want to print something on the screen. So right now we are not seeing our output anyway, and why is the reason? Is because we have to, when you're writing a JavaScript like this, you have to have a index.html file or any kind of HTML file. So here I have my HTML file and I say welcome to JavaScript introduction. So I linked it with my JavaScript, which is main.js, and here is main.js. These are the code inside it. So I use let first name, last name, age, country is married, false. So when I say console.log, I'm going to print all this on the console. So all those things can be changed, right? You can change name, you can change your last name, you can age is going to be changed, you can change your country, it's married, it's either true or false. So that is why we declared on using let. So here is like some constant we give an example of. The gravity is a constant, boiling point of the water is a constant, and then pi is a constant. So that's it. So I think that is all the things we are going to talk about in this class. And then I also forgot to write something that I can even declare a variable like multiple variable declaration. So I can do this. Let a equal to 1, b equal to 2, c equal to 3. I didn't put let in any one of them because I use comma. I use let at the beginning. So you can create a many variable but separated it in comma in a single statement. And here I put my semicolon and I say console.log abc, and then const d e equals to 4, this, and you can also print this. So that is what I mean, multiple variable declaration, and that is all for this class. But I am going to run this, Ctrl S, and I say okay. Go to here. I have an extension called live server, so I click it and I live on my browser. So I'm going to now move into my live server, and don't forget I already linked my file, so make sure to link your JavaScript file. Ctrl S, and then I'm going here. I have it. So if I go off, I have a lot of things going. So these are my outputs. There's the first console.log that I found, and then there's the John Doe 30 US, and then false. This is first name, last name, age, country, and then it's married, is false. And this is gravity, this is water boiling point, and this is pi. And this is 1, 2, 3, and 1, 4, 5, 6 that this. And here is our this. Welcome to JavaScript introduction. So you are going to see them in the console. So if you don't know how to get a console in your browser, you can click here and then inspect, and then go to console. You are going to get the same thing, or you can say Ctrl Shift I. It will open your console straight away. So these are it. So that's all for this class. If you have any question, keep it in the comment section below, and make sure to write your name, your age, and your country using JavaScript in the comment section. So see you in the next class.